You need to understand something. Life is not easy. It's brutal and it's challenging. And in order to face it, you have to be strong. Not just physically strong, but mentally and emotionally capable. And that strength? It doesn't come from being passive, weak, or always polite. No. Strength comes from something far deeper, something fierce, something primal. You have to be capable of being a monster. Pause for effect. Yes, you heard me right, a monster. Because in life, there are threats. There are challenges, obstacles, and even enemies. There are moments when you will need to stand up for yourself, for your loved ones, for what you believe is right. And if you aren't capable of asserting yourself, of being aggressive when necessary, you will be swept aside. Life will crush you. Others will take advantage of you, and you won't be able to protect anyone. It means you need to cultivate power within yourself. You need to develop the capacity to be dangerous. Dangerous in your thinking, dangerous in your physicality, dangerous in your assertiveness. And yes, dangerous in your willingness to defend yourself, your principles, and your world. But, and this is crucial, it's not enough to just be powerful. The real challenge is to control it. You see, being a monster isn't about being reckless, violent, or out of control. It's about having the ability to be those things but keeping it all in check. To harness your power, to direct it towards good. To be disciplined, to be responsible, and to use your strength wisely. Power without discipline is dangerous and destructive. But power under control, that's true mastery. You need to be the kind of man who is capable of aggression, capable of strength, but who doesn't act impulsively or out of emotion. You act when it's necessary, when it's right, and when you act with precision, with intelligence, and with focus. Because that's what society needs, that's what your family needs, and that's what you need to succeed in life. Think about it. What happens if you're too soft, if you refuse to embrace your potential for power? You become weak, you become vulnerable. Life will throw hardship at you, and you'll be unprepared to deal with it. You'll be passive in the face of injustice, passive in the face of your own suffering. And there's no nobility in being harmless. Harmlessness is not a virtue. But if you have the potential for chaos, the capacity for destruction, and you choose not to use it unless absolutely necessary, that's where real virtue lies. That's where greatness is found. Too many men today have been told that masculinity is toxic, that power is dangerous, that being strong is somehow wrong. But nothing could be further from the truth. What's toxic is weakness. Weakness that festers into resentment, into cowardice, into bitterness. What's dangerous is a man who is powerless in his own life, who can't stand up for himself or protect others. You must develop your strength. You must become competent. You must face your inner darkness, confront your flaws, and build yourself into someone who is capable of immense power. But that power, when developed, must always be under your control. You need to be disciplined in how you use it, ethical in how you wield it. Because a man who is both powerful and disciplined is unstoppable. He can change the world. He can stand tall in the face of life's storms. So, here's the challenge for you. Be a monster. Be someone who can take on the world, who can face the worst of what life has to offer and come out stronger. But more than that, be a monster who is in control of himself. Channel that strength into something positive, something meaningful. Because the world doesn't need weak men. It needs strong men. Strong men who know how to control the monster inside. Men who can take on the responsibility of their own lives and stand up when it matters. Be that man, because that's where true strength lies. The world doesn't just need men. It needs men who are capable of being monsters, but who choose, every day, to be monsters under control.